Today I've got a early Subaru EJ that I've converted to rear thrust, and after you do that you need to trim these where the bearing tangs sit. As you can see, this is the bearing we're going to use now, a non-center thrust bearing. We need to trim a little of the original block away for the bearing tab in the center, and then again in the rear you can see there get fouls there. So you can do this by hand, but I'm doing enough of them here. I came up with a way to do it in the CNC. I've got the case half mounted on a plate I've made, and it's all leveled and indicated, and then I've got a little homemade boring tool I made that will go down in there and trim just enough away to use the newer bearing set. So we'll hit cycle start, see what happens. Now I'm just nibbling away here. You can hear I'm not taking a big cut. I'm not in a hurry here. And we're about done that first little bit. Tool's going to pick back up, move over to about 35 thou, take another nibble. So you can hear it. Okay, it's going to come back up once more for the final cut. Now when it finishes that operation, the tool's going to move away from the block a little bit and drop down. You'll see it here. Okay, now it's going to come in. We're going to cut this surface. Now you got to be careful here. You can't go too far. You only have to go just far enough. You don't want to break through into the original chamfer. Subaru puts a big chamfer on that thrust surface, and if you take too much meat off, there's an open passage for oil pressure to leak. So I'm just taking enough off. And this last cut I went all the way up inside the groove, so it takes just a bit longer to get there. This is just looks a little nicer when you get done, rather than filing by hand. And once it finishes, keep my hand from shaking. Okay, all the way, and I'll come over to this here. And you can see we left just enough of the original and enough for the new bearings.